all these chapters go on forever? We're trying to finish the Escoffier story chapter and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. Fucking Energizer Bunny.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
Yeah, so we're trying to save this girl. You would have to follow along with the previous videos. I don't care to explain it all, but yeah.
A recipe? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs.
Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his gâteau de bois. And it's right here in these ruins.
Are you serious? You're here because of a gâteau de bois obsession? You've gone completely mad.
I couldn't care less about the cake itself.
No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands. And they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Seems like she escaped in the commotion. Let's find another. Let's find another route.
Uh-oh, Savannah's going too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, there is one piece of good news. Savannah is safe for now.
That's true.
Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
I like how she left out the part, I think you're right. I think I'll just skip my lines. I don't care. Oh my god, my map be on crack. My map be on crack. Ah! Damn. Nearby, like what, the water? The only way is down.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Yeah, I literally just fucking said that. Hold on, is there not any chest hidden in this room, though? I don't want to go leave and... Hold on. Just hold on a minute. Un momento. Why would these rocks be highlighted? Things that can be moved and such will be highlighted white. Like things of importance, or things that can be moved, or things you can interact with, they're white. If you notice, nothing else in the room is white but these damn blocks. Bro. Well, whatever. Yeah. Yeah! I don't know why. Fire in the hole! Should have been more dramatic than that. Sad. Oh, come the hell on, bro. Up? Up it is. Ooh. Oh yeah. But oh damn.
Golems! How are they still mobile?
Well, the only Claymore character I have in my team is Kaniche. I'm so glad I didn't take him out. Because these enemies are Geo. And either you need a Geo character to take them out, or you need a Claymore character. I was gonna take him out.
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now.
Oh
Alright,
god.
Nice Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Son of a blanket.
A dash of frosting.
See how I'm not like really doing anything to him?
Time to shine.
Glory to which none can compare. Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects. You must pay.
Man, how did oh my god. Do you see the problem here? I only used him and maybe Farina and Escoffier. How did my whole team take half life damage? Everybody in my team is fucking dying. Are you serious? Are you serious, bro? Look at that. They all got hurt by what? What is... I think I know what they did. Ooh. If Kanichi takes damage, so does everybody else. Oh my god, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? So the damage is for my whole team. What? That is bullshit. Following the exalted Harmas, order and in accordance with our Sabbath's most sacred, most benevolent temper, we establish here a blank. As condolences for the naturalized barbarian soldiers, savages they may be, but they were also warriors. With this secret treasure granted graciously, the warriors' bodily desires are satisfied, and they may fight on with 100-fold bravery. Yeah, this area, like I said, if you completed the Petrichor World Quest, you would know who that when they say Harmos and Sabbathus, you would know what that is, and I do know because the Petrichor quest was one of my favorites in Fontaine. It was one of my favorite quests. So I know exactly what these symbols are, and I know exactly what it all means. It's ridiculous. Damn. I guess they're blocking me from reaching the higher levels.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
2. You place the ingredients you collected on the table. Yeah, so the way this works, let's balance the flavor. So it's 3 flowers and 3 this. I'm hitting too hard though, and I'm getting double cards. And yeah, no, that's not gonna be ideal. Because look at how much over I am. No. I hit too hard. I need to do weaker strikes. Weaker. Oh my god.
Off to the freezer.
There you go. I hit like a truck and I don't give a fuck. Oh no. Oh yeah. Don't mount it. Oh my god. How do I... Hold on. Can I... These aren't placed right. Hold on, let me do this one. Send it. Yeah, okay. There we go. Wait, we gotta wait.
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
This is neat that it's coming back to that quest, because that Petrichor Road quest was one of my favorites. I actually finished it with both my Ether and Lumion accounts. Like, this account's my main account. I'm hitting too hard. I'm really not. Oh my god.
Adaptive frosting!
Damn. How is this possible? Almost. Nope. Ah.
A little smoosh.
How is this possible? Let's double over. There you go. Man, the fact that I have to do this again with my Ether account, oh my god. Oh my god. I have to do it with my second Lumion account as well. Where is it? Oh, I think I know. I have to rotate this all the way around. Oh god, you have to do it at a certain time. It is though. Son of a bitch. You have to hurry before it goes back. Oh, come on. Man, he looks so fucking sadistic.
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down.
Yeah, with what paper and what pencil?
Limitwols and maritime flowers. This can open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan.
We're turning into
Wait, hold on.
Disney.
Which door are you talking about?
He's gonna freak me out. He's going to freak me out. He's freaking me out. Don't make direct eye contact with Scar for too long. It gets fucking weird. Stop! No! My controller, my buttons are lagged. Because you have to hold down L1. I was trying to bring it up and trying to hit another button and it made me hit his fucking burst. Fucking gotta be kidding me. I was gonna say, before I was interrupted by that dumb shit, how is she injured when I wasn't using her? Why does she keep taking damage? What the fuck is happening? It's been happening the whole time. She's like taking damage and I'm not using her. Yeah, I love how my walls do that. Like when I'm not looking, you'll see it like... See it? You see it back there? See the blue? See the blue where it's like, it's not loading in right and you can see through the wall? Yeah, that's not ideal.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
They don't look that worn either.
Adventurers from
last century Fontaine, huh? Modeste and Savelli? Do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
May have left a journal or something.
Huh, you really think so?
Trust our
adventurer instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Well, I'm a pro at least. Okay, well, Sovereign has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
Treasure chests.
And bingo found it.
I was just about...
Dang it, Parman was just about to show off her rummaging skills. Don't care.
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Dude, everybody takes notes.
Anyway.
Let's just find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins.
So the truth about this story is, this guy, Savali, and that other guy, Modeste, were here, and I guess Modeste was doing better than Savali. And out of jealousy, it's believed that Savali actually killed Modeste. Because that's what that other lady literally just said.
It's exactly the way I remember it.
This is Savali.
This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it.
Yeah, Modeste is the guy on the left.
He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was
Savali. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
Modeste or...
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg.
Gâteau de Bourg is a cake.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
Yeah, just keep reading.
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria?
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monaco's actually onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Savali erased it.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gateau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Oh no, we've got to stop Monica. Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
Because it's all gone. He consumed all of it. Trying to make that cake over and over again? He used his own substance. And that was the treasure. But if he used all of it, there is nothing left at the bottom. The barbarians who take the blank are gradually losing part of the blank. There is no cause for worry. The desire to break free from forms of flesh and blood is also the first step to guiding them towards accepting civilization. You ever get that moment where you just read something, you know you read it, but you didn't get anything of what you read? I'm out of it. Probably 'cause I'm distracted by my roommates. It sounds like they dropped something with water and I don't know what the fuck they did.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last.
I'm just so distracted by what the hell they're doing.
Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place.
That looks like the primordial seawater.
But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine!
She looks like a damn psycho, bro, rubbing the jar like that.
It's empty. It's empty!
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier?
What's the deal with that jar?
Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar.
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Oh no, she's done did it now.
You barbarian shall be slain.
Too late.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else!
So she'd like just dead? We're not gonna comment on that. She's like, fucking got what she deserved. I don't give a fuck. Alright!
Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Alright. Can each of this then. Woo! Yeah, he is taking damage. Look at all of my characters' lives are slowly going down. Rather if I'm using them or not. I was right. I was freaking right. Oh my god.
Why is this place still shaking?
Maybe it's because of the fighting, or maybe because Monica was too trigger happy with her explosives.
Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Trevor.
Come on.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh.
Oh, no, you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You're a psycho.
Psycho! Right. Oh.
Savannah? When did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Hey, we need to go. We're out of time.
Traveler? Okay, let's go.
Slowest running of my life. Ooh. That was like the slowest running. What was that? I know pillars are coming down around me, but let me just slow trot like I'm on a fucking morning run. Oh my god. Shh. I know. I'm hungry. You can probably hear my stomach. I've been recording this for hours. I was trying to hurry and finish her chapter, and I was like, oh, I'll eat once I'm done with it. I've been at this for like 5 hours. It's already 3:18 in the morning. I should have ate since last night.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Hello, guys.
Traveler! And Paimon!
We're fine.
Venejem! What are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres? While the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
Don't you love the blue water amongst the mountains?
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
Man, what if I was really in danger and they wouldn't even know what to do?
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmont and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, There's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Fermal? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse, but I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Because he got like PTSD from her constantly hollering at him. She would always tell him, "You did it wrong, do it right." And he, like, every time he would pick up a knife, he would just picture her saying that to him. And it got so bad that the guy could never, like, cook ever again because of the trauma that she caused him.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
You would have to see my previous videos to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumaline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
Yeah.
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
You're already sounding a lot more confident.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firmin was likely not Monica's only victim.
It turns out she was probably giving it to Savannah as well.
You mean she poisoned me too?
Oh,
So that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time, because it can change your mood. And she was like super unbearable and like shouting at people in anger every day.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumaline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will.
Well, at least she's admitted to what she's done wrong and she wants to change. Good on her.
I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
Is that it?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time. But by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them.
Because if in my last video, I think it was either my last video or the video before that, where she was like, I think it might have been the last video. I've been at this for a while, I don't know. But there was like this one lady that's like, what's wrong with this food? It tastes wrong. Is it undercooked or something? Now that comment makes sense. Because all of the heating on the stoves was turned down. So she wasn't able to cook the food right. And that one lady saying, it tastes undercooked. That's why.
I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius, and I'm just plain old Savannah.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down.
If you're wondering what the hell the gâteau is, it's a cake.
And you've been head chef now for what? 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel? And declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius? You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt. Or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does.
That's the whole thing I've been saying. I've been saying that since the beginning of this chapter. Like, everybody makes mistakes, you're only human. Getting upset over yourself or anyone else for making a damn mistake is wrong. You can't expect everything or anything or everyone in your life to be perfect all the time. Life is not simply like that. It just isn't.
You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes, learn from them, and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef.
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
What a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look at how happy everyone is.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef. Yeah. Maybe not all of their beef. What? Why would I say that? I'll just say, yeah, it's nice.
Good. So now that's out of the way.
And look at the darkness in her eyes. That's why I said maybe not all. That's why. Look at the darkness over her face.
It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
Told you.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way. So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now, this instant.
Hey, so,
This whole time you were salty about losing. Oh my god. Oh, it's really happening?
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Her tail seems very happy with the results.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Look at that! And Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost. This wasn't for you, was it?
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
Are you going to stay in the Sandra?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
Shanling.
She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook.
No, we know who she's talking about.
Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? I didn't notice at all!
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh.
Paimon's suddenly not so sure she wants to try your cooking anymore. Well, I'm always down to be your taste tester. You should definitely make Paimon test all your blah blah blah. Well, I'll do it.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research, make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right!
So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer? She literally just fucking Paimon. Why do you keep asking her the same question?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Banishem that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Good luck to Savannah, I guess. You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remeria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Boer. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary, then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Boer, and in the end, it was all for nothing.
The end? It was all for...
She sold her soul for a dream, then had a rude awakening. Her life's work became a grand exercise in fertility. She sold her soul for nothing.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
So then, why all the hype back in the early days of the Gâteau de Boer?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that,
there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk.
But worth what feels strange to...
Feels strange to say, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all, only to get nothing in return. She got exactly what she deserved.
Hey!
Hello.
Huh? Navia?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there?
Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
That was the damn jar that she broke.
Wait!
Isn't that the jar that they hold the... I can't read. Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. It's such a shame.
Yeah, that was the one that Monica threw and broke on the ground. Well, there you go. Okay, yeah, I was killing my whole team. I don't know what it was with that whole chapter, but when you would go to fight, even if you weren't using that character, it was almost like when you get attacked by the Rift Hounds. If one, like say Kenichi gets hit by a Rift Hound, everyone in my team will start dying. Because they get hit with the effect. And that, I don't know, something in there was doing that. It was causing all my characters to slowly die. Even if I wasn't using them, I couldn't seem to figure out what the hell it was. But there was something in there that was killing everyone. What's my guide? I'm trying to go down. Okay.
Doing detective work means...
Doing detective work means you gotta disappear into the wall. No, I mean literally.
Gotta walk the walk. No, I mean literally. I need to...
Nope. Haven't put in enough yet.
High and low for evidence.
Alright. Nope. I like how I just put him back. I had Lenny in my team originally.
Ah, we'll be a traveling magic troupe.
Chill the fuck out. Yeah, like 2 videos ago, I was like, it's weird if you stare into his eyes long enough, and I was doing that and tilted my head back and hit my head on my damn laptop behind me. It was the stupidest shit. Yeah, Aoife and Aurora, and they're here for that event. But I can't do it because it doesn't open until another day. So like I said, I'm gonna wait the 2 days. I'm gonna wait till these are completely open, and then I'm gonna do it all. Because I don't like being limited, and that's what's happening. So I'm gonna have to wait like a whole 3 days and then finish that. I started doing it, but couldn't finish it because of that, so. Yeah, her chapter was pretty long. Normally when you do a character story chapter, they're usually about 3 to 4 hours, so you have to make sure you have a lot of time to do it. So I don't like uploading my videos separate, so I might have to... I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I started that event, and then I stopped, and then went and started to do her quest. So I might have to just upload what I have. If anything, I might have to keep that video separate to add with this one and the ones I have before. I think I have like 4 before this. Why would you Why would you go down like that?
Thank you for
Oh my god.
Add Astra.
That camera angle wasn't needed. Why would you do that? Oh my god, why the hell would you do that? Did you see that? You're gonna pay an extra fee for that. Man, everything in this game is a fucking joke. Cause it went like down to like crotch level, and then that guy, you're gonna have to pay extra for that. What the fuck? Why would you say that? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous. So what am I at? I should be... I'm missing... Damn. Bro, imagine missing 9. Couldn't be me. It is me. Well, how... I can do that through that event. Through this. What am I at? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Through this. Well, I can't open up that other one, because like I said, this is the event, and I can't do it right now. Damn, it goes to level 15. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this on my own. But I wanted to finish her event, and I did so, but I think I'm gonna go now because, I've been at this for a long time, and I'm, like, hungry. And I haven't eaten, and it's gonna be 4 in the morning, and I have some stuff to do before my roommate has to get up for work, and I can't be up when he is. Like, that's not what I meant. Like, I can't be up doing stuff because he needs the stuff that I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that here. So I guess, thanks for watching if you did. I'll wait till that event is completely open, and then we'll come back and do it all in one sitting. Because it's interesting to see Kenichi, Auroran, and Aoife in Fontaine. So, but Aoife and Auroran are there because they were supposed to bring vegetables from Natlan to Escoffier for that event. That's why they're there. And Kenichi's there because he's following a smuggling case where somebody smuggled a bunch of stuff out, like from ancient ruins. They smuggled it all out of Natlan into Fontaine, and he's trying to figure out who did it. That's why he's there. And then, I guess while that's happening, that event is going on, that theme park, and we're in charge of running it because Navia volunteered us. So, I mean, it all makes sense as to why everyone's there. But I have to do this again with my Ether account, and I'm like, oh god. Yep. Well, I guess we'll start on that. So I guess thanks for watching if you did so far. I'll be coming back with this in another 3 days. But by the time this video goes uploaded, probably would have already been the 3 days, because I usually edit my videos late. Like, I record them and then I don't publish anything until like 4 or 5 days after I've already done the videos. So by the time this video goes up, that event will be fully open, and everything I'm saying right now probably ain't gonna make a whole lot of sense.